I think you want clarity on both those issues as soon as you practically can. Clearly, one of the concerns that many businesses have is policy uncertainty about what's happening in Washington, and to the extent that we can provide clarity, that's certainly a good thing.
Okay. And by not providing that clarity in either one of those areas, because you're familiar with the financial service bill that's in the Senate right now, has not a word really on the GSEs, and as you're familiar with this committee right now, we're in a point in time for the first time in 80, 90, almost 40 years that we're not going to haven't seen a budget out of there. Without that certainty, what would you be your prognostication going forward if we don't have that certainty?
Well, I'll repeat what I said, which is that those are very important issues, and I hope Congress will move expeditiously to provide clarity.
And actually, I'll say just a little tail to that. So besides the budget and the GSEs, some of the other areas, I guess, businesses telling me that they don't see certainty in is basic tax policy and regulation, and then also spending as well. As far as we could put up a chart in here where spending is going. How do those three factors play into either a lack of certainty in the marketplaces or certainty in the marketplaces, taxes, regulation, and spending?
I hear the same thing, that uncertainty about the economy and about policy is a deterrent to expansion, and my particular bailiwick is financial regulation, and I think it is important for us to try to clarify as quickly as possible with Congress and the regulators, what's going to be expected of banks, for example, in the future. And we want to do a good job. We want to turn out, good legislation and good regulation, but we should try to clarify as soon as possible in order to avoid any retarding effects on investment and expansion.
Appreciate that.